Hey everybody, welcome back to my kitchen. We are making dinner. We're making it a little bit early. This is something you can make ahead. So this will be ready when Scott comes home tonight. We'll have it tonight for dinner and probably again for lunch tomorrow. So, all right, we've got our 9x13 pan. We're gonna make a Mexican potato and bean bake. So the first thing we're gonna do is grab some oil. I'm gonna use vegetable oil. And we are going to put a little bit of oil here in our pan, just about 2 tablespoons or so. And then what I typically do for this is I use 3 large potatoes. Well, I didn't have any large potatoes, so I used 4 medium potatoes, small, medium. So just cut it up kind of into bite-sized pieces. I did this early this morning. I got up early and thought, what can I do to plan ahead? So I just got my potatoes cut, peeled and cut into bite-sized pieces, put cold water over them, put a lid on it, and kept it in the fridge till now. So I just drained all the water off of these, and we are going to put them in our pan here. We've preheated the oven to 375, and we're going to bake these potatoes up in the oven for about 45 minutes or until they are like mostly cooked and starting to brown. And I do like to toss them halfway, so that's going to be the plan here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them in for 20 minutes. I'll toss them and then do probably 30 more minutes or so. All right, so let's set our timer here for 20 minutes. And I will put these in. Our oven's already preheated, 375. And in the meantime, I will wash our zucchini, a red bell pepper, and our baby bella mushrooms. We're also going to be adding in the next step a can of dark red kidney beans and a can of diced tomatoes in juice. So all the produce is going to get washed and cut into like bite-sized pieces about the same as the potatoes. Our kidney beans are going to get drained and rinsed, and we're going to put our whole can of tomatoes in with the juice too. Now that is after our potatoes have already cooked for about 45 minutes. So we have 45 minutes to get all this done, so that's a lot more time than we need. So I'm gonna jump off and get a couple other things done around the house too. So this is a 2-for-1. You can be busy and baking at the same time. Our 20-minute timer just went off, so let's check them out. All right, we're getting it done here. We're gonna flip these over real quick and put them back in, let them continue to cook. I just like to kind of flip them so I can get them all crisped up. Put them back in for about 25, 30 more minutes. And then we will move on to the next step. Okay, they're looking good. Make sure we got an even layer here. All right, let's put them back in. In the meantime, I have chopped up all my produce. So I'll set the timer and then show you all that. We have our mushrooms have just been quartered, washed, dried, quartered. Our zucchini, just bite-sized pieces as well for the red bell pepper. And kidney beans have been drained and rinsed. Now we have 30 minutes until we use those. Our potatoes are done. Let's pull them out. And we're gonna go ahead and add the rest of our ingredients in here, or at least the ingredients that we need for our next step, which is gonna be our veggies, our zucchini, and our red pepper, red bell pepper, our mushrooms, we quartered. These are baby bella mushrooms. And then our kidney beans, which we drained and rinsed. Let's spread all this out. And then we'll kind of toss it all around too. Combine it all. Kidney beans and our diced tomatoes. We're gonna leave them in the juice. Put those in. All right, we're looking good. We got lots of color in this. Lots of different veggies. Now we're gonna do some chili powder, paprika, and cumin. And I'll put a little bit of crushed black pepper in there too. Which I did not get out. Let me grab my pepper. All right, we'll grind a little bit of black pepper up first. And then I'm gonna do 2 teaspoons of paprika, if I have it. Yeah, that's gonna be the rest of my paprika. Gotta remember to put that on the list. We want lots of seasoning in here, get that flavor. Then we'll do 1 teaspoon of cumin and 1 teaspoon of our chili powder. Gotta pop this little lid off. All right, 1 teaspoon of chili powder. Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna stir all that up together and I'm gonna put it back into the oven for about 30 more minutes. And we're gonna kind of form a little sauce up here with these tomatoes. It'll be delicious. Then we're gonna remove it again from the oven and we're gonna put our shredded cheese on and bake a little bit longer. All right, so stirring it up, it goes back in for about 30 more minutes. Here it is all combined. Before we baked it again, we gotta go ahead and throw it in for that 30 minutes. All our veggies in there, looking good. Got some protein. Let's check on our dish here, see if it's time to add cheese yet. Ooh, I can hear it bubbling. Oh yeah, we got a nice little tomatoey sauce on the bottom. That is looking good. Smells good too with all the seasonings. All right, I'm gonna stir it up and then top it with some Fiesta Blend shredded cheese. Put it back in for just 10 more minutes or so, maybe 5-10 minutes. Let that cheese get nice and melty. Don't want to mess with this too much. All right, and then it will be done. Okay, let me show y'all. Okay, straight out of the oven. We're gonna put some Fiesta Blend cheese on now. All right, so I will post the recipe for this in the comments. It is not in any of the cookbooks. It's just something we throw together, vegetables, and it's too easy, y'all. So drop some shredded cheese on top. Now you can top this with all kinds of things. So Scott might put some diced jalapenos on his and maybe some hot sauce and maybe some sour cream. I'll probably just do the sour cream because I don't like too much hot on mine. Okay, we got a nice even layer of Fiesta Blend shredded cheese. I never know when to stop with this stuff. That looks like a good amount, so I would guess we only use maybe a cup of shredded cheese. Now we're gonna put it back in the oven, let this cheese melt up. So 5-10 more minutes. And it will be complete. Final time coming out of the oven. Here it is, guys. There's the dish. That's what's for supper tonight. I needed to use up some potatoes, so here it is. Recipes in the comments. I'll give y'all a close-up. All right, lots of good veggies in there. We've got those potatoes, we've got zucchini, we've got red bell pepper, we've got mushrooms, we've got tomatoes, and we've got kidney beans. So this will be a good dish. Thanks for hanging out with me and for watching. As always, I so appreciate you being here. If you like what you saw, feel free to share. We are trying to get up to 20,000 followers by next weekend, y'all. Okay, that's the goal. Here's the dinner. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.